Hello there, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, I'm getting comfortable. I'm so sorry. Um, I ruined my whole intro. What the hell do I say normally? If you are new around these parts, thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, I'm doing a plan with me for the week of August 25th. Yes, August 25th. I'm so glad to be done with August. Finally. Because for those who don't know, I don't like August. It's basically like the Sunday for educators, like the biggest Sunday in the year. It's like 1 month of Sundays for educators. For me, I would say the tail end, like the last 2 weeks of August, are really like an extended Sunday. The beginning of August is not that bad. But, anyways, yeah. So August is not my fave. However, I am really excited to be using this kit. This is the Burrow kit from Scribble Prints Co. It's not available in shop. I think it'll come back if she does another pop culture event, because she took all the pop culture kits out of her shop. God, it feels like forever ago now. And then she just randomly brings them back for pop culture events. So I don't know when this will be back in shop. You can try emailing her if you're interested. But I actually missed it when it was first released, and I caught it in one of those pop culture pop-ups. I'm so glad I can finally use this kit. I always thought it was like an good August to September transition. So I'm really excited to be able to use it. It's based off, of course, the Weasleys from Harry Potter. And I feel like nowadays everyone has to say it if they mention Harry Potter. The author of these books is hot garbage. I think we know that. And you know what's wild about that to me? Like, your legacy could have been Harry Potter, and you decided to flush it down the toilet. For what exactly? Because you're focusing on the wrong 1%? Like, why? Like, I do catch myself thinking, like, damn, girl, like, your legacy could have been Harry Potter. Like, a cultural phenomenon, something that's so important to people, and you decided to flush all that away. For what? Like, that shit really blows my mind. Like, as someone who's like dipped their toes into creativity and creative outlets, and like with the shop and things, I'm like, to have something that you create be so loved and embraced at the scale that it is loved and embraced, why would you I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Anyways, like, why couldn't homegirl go off on billionaires ruining everything? Like, corporate greed? Anyone? Okay, all right, I won't go there. Anyways, I'm using the Burrow kit from SPC. As far as foil, I'm using a foil bundle in matte bronze, matte silver from SPC in the star format. And the underlays are from Plannahannah. They are, I want to say, sweater 2. They're one of the sweatered patterns. I think it's sweater 2 underlays in matte bronze from Plannahannah. And yeah, I think that's everything for foil. This was one of the few times I think I used full box overlays, which was actually kind of nice. I kind of liked how it turned out. Wasn't too much, felt nice. I was like, maybe we'll get back into a phase where I start using them again, because I end up having quite a bit, especially when I use foil bundles, like quite a bit left over. And I'm like, girl, you're either going to have to destash this or start using some of this stuff, because the times are not for wasting the money. Also, Molly had to go on the top left because not my daughter, you bitch. Because not my daughter, you bitch. Sorry. Molly goes on the top for that forever. For all of time, Molly is in the top left. So sorry. And why can't I remember the dad's name? Like Ron, Ginny, Fred, George, and I cannot remember the dad's name. I'm not even going to look it up. One of y'all is going to tell me in the comments. And if not, then I'll look it up later. But I can't remember the dad's name for whatever reason. But yeah, I love how this turned out. It is so fun, especially compared to some of my Like I think last Plan With Me was a matte silver as well, but I feel like I had some more brighter spreads lately aside from that one. And so this one I feel like is fun to kind of break it up and really gets into like the fall colors. So yeah. All right, y'all. That's the nitty gritty. If you have questions on any of the stickers, as you know, always leave a comment and I will respond. It might take me a hot second, but I will respond. I almost always respond to comments. So let me know down below and I will let you know where a sticker's from if you want to know. And if I remember. I feel like sometimes I'm using stickers that either came from a freebie or something, and so I don't remember. But for the most part, I use a lot of the same stuff. So, okay, y'all. I know y'all are shocked, but can we talk about music for a minute? Because a lot going on. A lot going on. Like, I'm not even sure where to start. We got to talk about the Grammy nominations in a bit, but I think I have to start with Rosalia's new album because, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm still not well. Like, I have not been this shook by an album that isn't a Beyonce album in a very, very long time. Like, I don't remember the last album. There's definitely been albums that I love, that I think are amazing, that are incredible, but an album that has shook me that isn't a Beyonce album, I literally don't remember. Do y'all remember? Because I know I talk about them on here. I don't think there has been one. Oh, I also use day covers. I feel like in my last Plan With Me, I was like, yeah, I never use day covers. I was probably talking about inserts. And here your girl is using day covers. Okay. Well, I lied. Anyways, yeah, I don't remember the last time I was this shook, y'all. This album is... I don't know if I have words for it. It is incredible. It is incredible. It's just like, what is going on? Like, where do I start? It's so... I think the thing I love about this the most, and we'll get into the actual album and the songs and things, but I think what I love the most about this is it is so ambitious. Like, it's so bold. It's so unexpected. It is so, like, especially in an era where we have to make sure everything is digestible. That's actually been my qualms lately with some new music that I think is good, but y'all are giving me like less than 3-minute songs. If you want to make a hit for TikTok, put it the fuck on TikTok. Like, just release it on TikTok and make it a hit for TikTok. Stop that shit. Stop watering down the music for damn TikTok. It's going to drive me up a wall. And like, there's been like very new artists that are releasing like 2.5, 2 and some change minute songs. And I'm like, listen, y'all gonna stop irritating me today. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? So I think in an era where everyone's, not everyone, but a lot of artists are trying to make it by making a TikTok hit, basically. Something that you can post a dance to that will become a trend and become viral, but there's no care in the substance of it. And I hate it. And so here comes Rosalia, who I would consider to be a mainstream pop star at this point. I would consider Rosalia a mainstream pop star, doing something that is so un-mainstream pop. Bro. Like, thank you, because I'm sure Rosalia is watching this. Thank you for freaking reminding the world that there are people that listen to music that give a shit about, like, the genre. Like, that give a shit about the art of music, that care about the substance of it. It's not just some digestible shit that you put on TikTok and make a trend to. Like, thank Christ. And let me tell you, like, normally this would not be, like, there's a lot of classical music influence in this. It is very, very classical music heavy. And I would never tell you that I'm, like, out here bumping classical music. I will not tell you that. But she has found a way to incorporate it into her music that is like accessible to her audience almost. Is that crazy to say? I think that's the word. I just can't. I just simply cannot do it. I just simply cannot do it. Like, holy shit. Holy shit. Like, you knew when, I think it's called Burgain, the new single came out. There's a video to it. You knew when you heard that, like, when you heard that, you were like, damn, if the rest of the album sounds like this is gonna be a crazy ass album. And even with the single, I was like, man, I don't know. But I still respected the art immensely. But I was like, I don't know, like, again, I'm not bumping classical music up in here. But the album, so good. It's so good. This hoe got up here and not only found a way to fuse classical music with other rhythms, and again, I think make it accessible to her fans, but also pleasant for a really highly trained ear. And then I found out she went to a conservatory, and it made perfect sense. So she's found a way to marry those two. There are 13 languages on this album, y'all. 13 languages. When I heard this before it came out, I was like, it is very difficult to write in one language. In one language to get a song that works in one language. Okay. This is 13 languages. And the first thing I thought was, how is she going to make this sound not chaotic? Like, when you're talking about 13 different languages on an album, baby, the first thing I thought was, how is she going to make this sound not chaotic? I don't really care that I don't understand. I think good music is good music, whether you understand what's being said or not. And nowadays there's so much technology and things that can help you translate, and you can see what it is that's being said. But I don't think that's like as important as the music all the time. Like, I don't want to say lyrics are not important, but I guess what I'm saying, it's not a barrier to listen to music for me, for the most part. 13 languages. And it is, y'all, she is going through these languages with ease. And I know this is obviously an album, right? So studio recordings, I'm sure there were plenty of times that she messed up, and she did it over and over and over until it sounded perfect. But even that takes so much dedication. Like, I was watching a few of her interviews, and she was talking about how she would rewrite things. So she'd write something and she'd kind of see what it sounded like and whatever the language was that she wanted to do, you know, for that song or parts of that song. And she had to make sure it also sounded good. Like, it couldn't just be you translate it and you sing it. Like, she also wanted to make sure that it sounded good, like, I guess phonetically. What? Do you know how much dedication that takes? She was like, and it wouldn't sound good, so I'd have to change the lyrics that she's writing in Spanish into something else. And if it didn't sound good, she would then change the lyrics. Bro, I think she said it took her 3 years to do this album. Definitely. This definitely took time, y'all. And Rosalia is one of those artists that when she is not promoting music, she disappears off the face of the earth. She gives very much Adele vibes in that way. Like, we got music, we got albums to promote. I'm here. I'm outside. We don't. I'm inside. I'm inside, and y'all won't see me until we have music again. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just. And like, compared to what her last album was, this is so vastly different. It's risky. Like, this is risky stuff. Like, to have released, I think, her last 2 albums. I forgot what was before Motomami, but I feel like her last 2 albums, very, very different than this album. So she has grown, and she, I think, kind of blew up with Con Altura and those things, and that sound is very different than this sound. And so to do this, I feel, is super risky. Wow. hats off. Like my girl fucking killed it, bro. Like this is so good. I can't get over it. And I've listened to it a few times, but I haven't had a chance to do it with the lyrics up. So that's my next kind of way of listening to it. But it's just so good. I'm almost positive it will have a Grammy nom for 2027. I'm like 98% sure she'll get a Grammy nom, at least one for this album. Next year. Well, I should say 2027 because next year's Grammy noms did come out. We'll talk about that. I don't know if we'll talk about that this video or next, but we will talk about that. But yeah, I'm still, so I went through and I added, usually what I do is I'll listen to an album. I try to listen to it in its entirety, the way it was intended to be listened to, if the artist lends itself to that. I try to do that as much as I can. And then I will pick out some of the things that I like. I'll listen to it a couple times kind of through, and then pick out the songs that I like and add them to my library, right? So I went through and did that. And then I was like, wait, there's songs missing from here. So I just went back today while I was grocery shopping. I was grocery shopping before this and listened to it, like the whole album. And I was like, I'm missing this song. I'm missing this song. I'm like, oh my God, this bitch. Like, what? Oh, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what my favorite song is yet. I think El Rumbo del Perdón is one of my favorites. I think it speaks a little bit more to the Caribbean in me, but I also really love Porcelana. Super dark. Oh my God. And you can't, like, she doesn't allow you to get bored here because let me tell you, like, the first couple, hold on, I'm going to grab my phone. I have my air freshener bottle in the way. Let's get it together, Hannah. I'm going to grab my phone. Let's see. Okay. Move out the way. Okay, so I would say the first three kind of similar in tone, but then Porcelana, which is number 4, comes on, and bro, let me tell you, if you were getting bored at that time, she said, you gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up, because that first like chord is guttural. It's like, oh, the tone is shifting. Like as soon as you hear it, I'm like, oh, we're getting a tone shift right now. We're getting a tone shift right now. That one's probably one of my favorites, I would say. La Perla is just so controversial because everyone thinks she's talking about Rao. It does kind of sound like she is, I'm not gonna lie to you. De Madrugada, please. De Madrugada. Oh my God. I can't handle it. I did not expect to even like this much. Like I saw she was going to release something and I was like, I'm down. I think Rosalia is a very good artist. And so I was like, I'm sure there'll be songs on here that I like, but like, this is crazy. I'm not over it. Clearly. Clearly not over it. There's so much about it that I want to see other people react to it, and I haven't seen that many people yet. I've been watching more. I haven't really searched though. I've been watching more of her interviews, but I want to see like really like knowledgeable people react, especially if classical is like their bread and butter. Like I would love to see those people react. So I'm going to start looking at those, but at least for now, I've just been watching kind of interviews, which by the way, y'all, let me tell you something. I be tired sometimes of some of these journalists, and I get it. Everyone's trying to get a scoop, and everyone's trying to get clicks, and everyone's trying to, share their stuff and make it go viral and have more eyes on their things because that translates to dollar bills. I get it. But sometimes I feel like, not sometimes, many times, I feel like interviewers have these really baity ass questions, like to allure the person to answer so that they can make it something. They can make it a thing. And one of the things that they asked Rosalia in one of the interviews, which I still haven't finished watching that interview, but it's, of course, since then has been clipped out and posted everywhere because people are up in arms. Well, some people, I guess. But one of the things they asked her was like, oh, we had interviewed Bad Bunny, when his release for Debí Tirar Más Fotos came out, and he, we asked him if he cared that there'd be, people that don't know what he's saying in some of his music. And he said, I don't care, which he did. I watched that interview and he did indeed say that. And Rosalia was saying, oh, I'm the opposite. You know, I want to learn things. I want to delve into new languages. I want to reach more people. I don't know if I'm paraphrasing. I don't know that she said exactly that, but basically she was saying, I kind of want the opposite. And I think there's someone that put it so well online when there was comparisons about that between the two. And of course, like the way it's framed, it allows for folks to pick a side. Y'all know what I mean. And someone put it so well where they were like, well, the difference is that Rosalia is the colonist and Bad Buddy is the colonized. And I was like, drop the mic right now. Like, just drop the mic right now. Drop it. Because precisely, you cannot expect these two individuals to have the same worldview. Precisely because of that. And so it makes sense that each of them stands where they stand. And I know that Rosalia specifically has gotten criticism about cultural appropriation because she has, at least in her last 1 or 2 albums, and really her rise to fame came from more reggaeton settings, more Caribbean beats, you know, more Latin rhythms. And so folks have felt some type of way, and valid critiques. I'm not taking away from that. I think that is valid and probably true to an extent. But I also feel like, especially with music, like at what point is that limiting to an artist? And I think an artist who's a true, like, again, really cares about the craft. And you can tell when that's the case, I think, and when it's not. And I think this is an example of an artist who does really care about the art, you know? So anyways, here's what I got left. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe I'll pick this back up for my next plan with me, but I'll see y'all next time. Bye.